Hello children, good morning. Welcome to geography class. Today we will continue chapter 22 Marine Life and Deposits. In the last class we have studied about marine deposits, the two main groups on the basis of location and origin. We have discussed terrigenous deposits and its types and pelagic deposits and its types. Today we will study from page number 337 to page number 339. The objectives of today's class are: number 1, importance of marine resources; number 2, mineral resources found in the sea; number 3, food resources from the sea; number 4, power resources from the sea; number 5, ocean pollution; and at last we will study methods to check ocean water pollution. Water is the most widespread substance in the environment of our planet. It is available in liquid, solid and vapor states everywhere on the earth. The abundance of liquid water on the earth clearly distinguishes our planet from the other planets in the solar system where no liquid water can be found. Water is a basic element of life support system of our planet. Water is a universal solvent and carrier of substances. Many thousands of kilometers of the deep sea floor area are covered by metal bearing nodules. They contain mainly manganese, nickel, cobalt and copper. Although many countries and many companies are already intensively investigating the distribution of minerals in the ocean, yet it is not certain whether manganese nodules will be mined or not. Diamonds, gravel and sand have been extracted from the coastal water for decades. To meet the growing demand for metals, there are plans to mine the ores found in the form of magnesium nodules, cobalt crust and massive sulfides at the depth up to 4,000 meters. For decades, people have been extracting minerals from the sea, including diamonds of Namibia or sand from the coastal areas of Europe for filling depleted sea beaches. In Europe alone, around 93 million tons of sand are extracted from the sea each year. The ocean is one of the Earth's most valuable food resources. It provides food in the form of fish and shellfish. About 200 billion pounds are caught every year. The oceans have been fished for thousands of years and are an integral part of human society. Fisheries are well developed in European countries like Italy, Portugal, Spain and in Japan and India. About 16% of total world's protein, with higher percentage occurring in developing nations, is provided by fisheries. Oceans can produce two types of energy, namely thermal energy from the sun's heat and mechanical energy from tides and sea waves. Oceans cover more than 70% of Earth's surface, making them the world's largest solar collectors. The sun's heat warms the surface water a lot more than the deep sea water. This temperature differences creates thermal energy. The oceans are by far the largest reservoir of water on the earth. Over 96% of the earth's water exists in the ocean. Ocean water is polluted by the chemicals, particles, industrial, agricultural and residential waste. 80% of marine pollution come from the land. When pesticides are incorporated into the marine ecosystem, they are quickly absorbed into the marine food chain. These pesticides can cause death and diseases which can be harmful to humans as well. In order to protect the ocean from marine pollution, policies have been developed internationally. There are different ways for the ocean to get polluted. Therefore, there have been multiple laws, policies, and treaties put into place throughout the history. Now, children, let us go through the technical terms that we are going to cover in this topic. The first term is hydrosphere. All the waters on the earth's surface present in the oceans, seas, rivers and lakes etc. is termed as hydrosphere. Marine deposits. All those materials which accumulate on the bottom of the ocean is known as marine deposit. Placers. A deposit of sand or gravel at the bottom of river, lake or sea that contain particles of valuable minerals containing gold, platinum, titanium, magnetic iron ore, tungsten, chromium, monazite, etc. Nodules. A small knot or mass of rounded or irregular shape or growth of abnormal tissue. Expedition. A journey undertaken by a group of people with a particular purpose, especially that of exploration, research or war. Salt pans. A shallow depression where seawater containing salt is accumulated is termed as a salt pan. The next term is aquaculture. Rearing, breeding and harvesting of fish, shellfish, algae and other marine organisms in all types of water environment is termed as aquaculture. Tidal energy. Energy produced from the rise and fall of the ocean water, that is energy produced from the tides. Sea thermal energy. Energy produced by using the temperature difference of the warm ocean surface water and cold deep ocean water. Geothermal energy. Energy produced by tapping the internal heat of the earth in the volcanic regions. Desalination. The process of removing salt from the sea water is termed as desalination. Oceanic pollution. Introduction of harmful chemicals and substances in the ocean water that has adverse effect on the environment. Pollution. Introduction of any harmful or poisonous substance in the environment. Pollutant. A substance introduced in the environment that has adverse or undesired effect. Oil spills. An accidental release of oil into a water body is termed as oil spill. Now, let us study about the importance of marine resources from page 337. Hydrosphere, comprising of oceans and seas, covers about 71% of surface area of the earth. Hydrosphere is a huge storehouse of a large variety of natural resources. These resources include mineral resources, food resources, energy resources, mainly tidal energy and sea waves energy, and of course the water resources. Now, let us study the mineral resources of the ocean. Seawater contains vast minerals, and it is estimated that minerals available in oceans and seas are of much large quantities than those found on the land. It is estimated that 1 cubic kilometer of seawater contains 25 tons of gold, 45 tons of silver, 10 to 35 tons of copper, manganese, zinc and lead, 7 tons of uranium, 40 lakh tons of potassium sulfate, 180 lakh tons of magnesium chloride and 1200 lakh tons of sodium chloride and many more minerals and chemicals. The oceans contain as much as 4800 lakh cubic kilometers of water. This is a clear indication of vastness of mineral resources in the oceanic waters. Mineral oil, that is petroleum, is by far the most important mineral obtained from the seafloors, both with respect to quantity and value. Most of the petroleum resources are found on the continental shelves up to a depth of 200 meters, but much deeper explorations have been conducted and mineral oil has been found by using the modern techniques. About half the world's mineral oil is obtained from the seabed. More than 75 countries are engaged in seabed exploration for obtaining petroleum. Saudi Arabia is the largest producer of petroleum in the world. The Middle East countries of Asia, the USA, Great Britain and Ireland, Norway, Indonesia, Australia and New Zealand are the forerunner countries in respect to the production of petroleum. In India, Mumbai High, Bassein and Allahabad are the important producer of petroleum. Petroleum is also found in Northeast India, mainly in Assam. Large quantities of natural gas have been found in the Krishna and Godavari basin of India. Considering the quantity and value, sands, pebbles and other building materials comprise the second most important group of minerals after petroleum, which is obtained from the sea. Placers contain gold, platinum, tin, titanium, magnetic iron ore, tungsten, chromium monazite, etc. New technologies are being developed to exploit these mineral resources. Phosphates provide phosphorus, which is used to manufacture phosphate fertilizer. USA, Morocco in Africa, Australia and New Zealand have great potential for obtaining phosphorus from the sea. Phosphorus is found in the shape of nodules, the size of which varies from sand particles to boulders weighing several tons. Manganese nodules were discovered during the Challenger expedition between 1872 to 1876, but their detailed studies were concluded after 1950 only. These nodules can provide as much as nickel and copper as is available from the land areas. The Pacific Ocean has the maximum concentration of such nodules. Salt is another important product of the sea water. Inhabitants of Mediterranean region and those of West Asia have been obtaining salt from the sea for the last 4,000 years. Sea water containing salt is accumulated in shallow depressions known as salt pans. Pure water evaporates, leaving salt behind. The annual production of salt in the world is about 6 million tons. Vast resources of coal are also expected to be deposited under the seabed. Now children, let us discuss the food resources of the ocean. Fishing in the ocean and aquaculture are the two main food resources concerning the sea. Fish is the most important item of food obtained from the sea. The annual amount of fish catch is about 80 million tons, of which 90 to 95% are used for food. Fish provide about 10% of the annual protein. Most of the fishing grounds are found on the continental shelves up to a depth of 100 fathom. But coastal areas of temperate lands in the northern hemisphere are the major producers of fish. Apart from fish, other sea organisms which are found in the oceans are mussels, lobster, mollusk, squid, various types of crustaceans, oysters, etc. are also used as food by men. Aquaculture has been carried for the last 4,000 years in those areas of East Asia which were under Chinese influence. Seawater aquaculture was started in Indonesian islands in about 1400 AD. The main products of aquaculture are finfish, which you can see in this photo, shellfish, milkfish, seaweeds and plants, etc. Now, let us discuss about the power resources which you obtain from the sea. The power resources from the sea includes tidal energy, sea wave energy, sea thermal energy and geothermal energy. Tidal energy is the most important of all sources of energy obtained from the sea. Tidal range of over 3 meters is suitable for generating tidal energy. It is estimated that 1100 gigawatt can be produced all over the world. As many as 30 places have been identified for generating tidal energy. Russia, France and Canada have great potential for producing tidal energy. In India, Gulf of Khambat, Gulf of Kutch and Sundarbans hold some possibility of generating tidal energy. Wave energy can be obtained from the waves rising on the sea surface. Japan, Norway, USA and India are some of the countries that have taken steps to harness sea waves for producing wave energy. According to a study, Britain can produce wave energy which would be 5 times the total requirements of that country. Sea thermal energy can be produced if the minimum difference between sea surface temperature and temperature at depths vary from 1000 to 3000 meters is about 20 degrees Celsius. Such a situation is found in the tropical areas between Tropic of Cancer to Tropic of Capricorn, where the surface temperature is about 25 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius, and the temperature at the bottom of the sea is about 5 degrees Celsius. Experiments in Cuba, Miami and Hawaii Island of USA and Japan have been concluded with varying degrees of success. Geothermal energy can be obtained from the active volcanoes at the seabed. New Zealand and USA have successfully conducted experiments to harness geothermal energy. Ocean is also a source of fresh water. Fresh water can be obtained from the sea by the process of desalination. This is extremely useful mainly in desert areas where the water is always in short supply. Kuwait was the first country to set up a desalination plant. At present, 40 countries are obtaining fresh water from the sea. Now, we will study about the ocean pollution. Like air, land and land water, ocean water is also polluted to a great extent. Ocean water is polluted in different ways. Water pollutant enter directly in the ocean water from the cities and industrial units located at the sea coast. Pollutants enter the river waters from cities and industrial units located on the river banks. These pollutants are carried to the sea by rivers, thereby polluting the sea water. Chemicals used in the agricultural sector are dissolved in water and enter the rivers. These rivers carry these materials to the sea and pollute the sea water. Thus, agricultural chemicals are also a source of ocean pollution. Ships keep on throwing sewage and industrial waste in ocean water and pollute it. Oil tankers are responsible for large-scale pollution of ocean water. There are oil spills or oil tankers meet with some accident, oil gets mixed with ocean water. A water is not fit for marine life and many sea organisms die due to oil spills. In this picture, you can see that how a layer of oil is produced above the ocean water and it is known as oil spill. About 20% of world's oil is obtained from the oil wells at the sea floor. Often oil gets leaked from these wells and enters the ocean water. In this way, the ocean water is polluted. One of the examples of oil spill is from Bombay High oil field, which took place recently, which resulted in the fire at the oil platform in the largest oil field of India, that is Mumbai High or Bombay High. The world community has been polluting the ocean water for the last over 100 years and large parts of the ocean water are polluted critically today. Therefore, checking the ocean water pollution is urgently required and immediate steps should be taken in this direction. Although sea water is polluted at the local level, yet efforts to control pollution have to be made at international level because water and can easily travel from one place to another. Along with the water, The pollutants also travel over long distances. All the pollutants should be identified and ultra-modern technology should be used to check these pollutants. Strict rules should be framed with respect to ocean water pollution, and there should be provision to punish the polluting nation by the international community. Proper use of resources can go a long way in checking and reducing pollution. For example, municipal garbage and sewage can be converted into useful manure. This process helps in garbage and sewage disposal, reduces ocean pollution, and provides marine major pollutant of the ocean water. Proper management of oil tankers, oil pipelines, and submarine oil wells can help a lot in reducing and checking the ocean water pollution. Now children, let us see what steps we can take to reduce or control water pollution or ocean pollution. The first step we can take is to use a reusable bottle in place of plastic bottles. Number 2, refuse disposable utensils like straw, cutlery, tumblers and plastic bags. Number 3, recycle properly. Number 4, picking up trash on the sea beaches and coastal areas. Number 5, reduce energy use. Number 6, use less fertilizers. Number 7, avoid products containing microbeads. Some face scrub, toothpaste and body washes contain microbeads. Buy ocean-friendly products. The first and the most important step that we should take is to speak up, to spread the cause. People need to understand the effects of their actions and how we will all eventually suffer from the pollution. And at last, we all must keep our water clean. Children, with this, we complete Chapter 22, Marine Life and Deposits. Now, let us recapitulate the objectives we have done in this chapter. In this chapter, we have studied about marine environment, the two realms of marine environment, pelagic realm and its two provinces, benthic realm and its two zones, modes of marine life, marine vegetation, marine deposits, the two main groups on the basis of location and origin, terrigenous deposit and its types, pelagic deposits and its types, importance of marine resources, mineral resources in the sea, food resources we obtain from the sea, power resources from the sea, ocean pollution, and at last we have studied about the methods to check ocean water pollution. You must go through the exercises related to today's topic given on page 340. You have to go through exercise number 3, question number 1. Oceans are a great source of natural resources. Discuss the statement with examples. Question number 3. Describe sources of ocean water pollution and suggest methods to check pollution of ocean water. You have to write the answers of 6 questions in your copy. The questions are: number 1, explain the mineral resources found in the sea. Question number 2, explain the food resources in the ocean. Question number 3, write a note on the power resources that we obtain from sea. Question number 4, how can fresh water obtained from the sea? Question number 5, what do you mean by ocean pollution? Mention the ways by which the ocean water is getting polluted. Question number 6, suggest some methods to check water pollution. Children, you must read the chapter from your book. You must see the school links and the given YouTube link. Must learn all exercises thoroughly. Hope that you have understood the topic. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.